Hello friends, this is Leslie here from Leslievoice.com. Welcome to the Job Seekers Mastery course. This is a continuation of resume writing session that we are having in this course, and this is the final video about resume writing. Okay, I hope you have watched the other videos about resume writing. If you haven't, please do watch that. In this video, I'm going to talk about the FAQs, frequently asked questions on resumes. Okay, so the most frequent and most confused question about resumes that most of the people will have is how many pages a perfect resume should have. Is it 1 page, 2 page, 5 page, 10 page? How many pages? Even everybody, I think most of them have this doubt, right? So to answer straight to the question, if you're a fresher, if you don't have any experience, you're just looking after your college, you're looking for a job and you're a fresher, then your resume should be 1 page. It's always better to have a 1 page resume. You can include every information in that 1 page. Okay? So that is a method. If you have a lot of information to include, if you feel all the information is very important for an employer, not for you, for an employer, then you can divide that 1 page into 2 and add all information. If not, make it just 1 page. Okay? But I have seen many fresher resumes where they give spaces between each topic to make sure that the resume is 2 page or 3 page. That doesn't work in that way. So friends, please make sure if you're a fresher, your resume should be 1 page. You can include all information in that. Okay? I have given a separate format for how to write a fresher resume. Please do watch that video to understand what are the information you have to include on a fresher resume. Let's come to the experience part. You might be 10 years experienced or 15 year experience, and I have seen many profiles from the IT specifically because they do a lot of projects. Every 6 months or 1 year or 2 years they have a project, and they want to include that project. They want to include their project description and the roles and responsibilities they have handled in that project, everything. Then how long your page will be if you have 8 years, 10 years experience. Then your resume will be like 10 pages, 8 pages. Do you think a recruiter or a hiring manager will be interested to read 8 pages of your resume? Never. Nobody is interested to read such a long resume. The first thing that they see once they see a 8 page or 10 page resume is, 8 page resume? Nobody has an interest to read it. So please make sure your resume is short and crisp and gives the information what is required. Okay? So I have given a separate video on how to write a technical resume and also a non-technical resume for experienced people. Please do watch that. That's the previous video, right? So that will help you to understand which are the areas that you need to really focus on your resume. So let's come to the number of pages now. As an experienced person, I would recommend you to have a 2-page resume. Or if you feel that I'm not at all able to add the all important information on your resume in 2 pages, then you can make it at the most 3 pages. But anything more than that, I can guarantee you that not many recruiters or hiring managers will be interested on reading the complete 4-page or 5-page resume. Okay? So you have to make sure that you include all the information, important information about yourself, about your role, about your career on this 2-page resume. Okay? So that's the answer for you guys. The second important question that I come across from many job seekers is, I have 3 months gap or I have 6 months gap. I went for an entrepreneurship. I started my own company and it failed. So I want to come back to the industry. So it's a gap in my professional career. So how to fill that gap? So if you have not done anything, if you have not started your company or you are not done professional anything, and you have 3 months gap because of your personal reasons, right? That's fine. You can add the 3 months gap, but it's better if you add some information that you like you did some certification or did some course, or you have taken some learning thing from different university or something related to your career. You can add that in that gap, in your 3 months or 6 months or 1 year gap. Please do make sure that you add some information about your work that you have done to enhance your value about your skill, right? That can be your certification course, that can be your training sessions that you have taken, anything. So that's how you have to fill the gaps. If you really doesn't have anything as such, your personal problem is really very serious, and you couldn't focus on your career, you didn't do anything related to your career, then that's fine. Please be genuine and say that you have a gap because of this reason. That's fine, I think. Okay? So that's how you fill the gaps in your employment or in your education even too. The next interesting question people ask me is, what format should I use? Should I use a PDF or should I use a Word document on a resume? So both Word document and PDF is fine. Okay? It's not that mandatorily you have to use PDF format or a Word document. But I would recommend you to use a PDF format. The reason is the PDF format looks clear and neat, and people cannot edit on it, right? It's information clearly. So PDF is better than a Word document. Okay? So hope that answered that question. And the fourth question I come across from different people is, how do I manage short-term roles? For example, you might have worked in some company for just 3 months. For some reason you have left the job. You didn't like the boss, or you didn't like the job. For some reason you left the job. But that job is just for 3 months or 6 months. How do I manage that? How do I put that in my resume? Well, if your experience in that particular role or job, particular employment, is less than 6 months, then I don't see any reason to add that employment on your resume, until you are an entry-level professional. That means if you are a just 1 year experienced person, right, and you have 2 employments, just 6 months, or you have only 1 employment that is only that 6 months, then fine, you can include that. Then that's okay. Okay, if you have a valid reason why you quit the job. But if you are a 5 years, 6 years experienced person or more than that, and you have left a job in just 3 months, then I would suggest you not to show that in your resume. Just make it as a gap. That's fine. Okay? So, because 3 months gives a wrong perception to the employers. You left a job in just 3 months. Something wrong with you. It should not be like that, but unfortunately that's how it is. So, if it is just 3 months, you have left a job and you don't have a right reason, then it's good to not to mention that, because that 3 months doesn't make any difference in your career, right? So that's how you should manage your short-term roles or short-term employments. Okay. And another interesting question I come across is, should I add references on my resume? So references is something that after your employment, or after the company feels that you're a good person, you're a good hire to do, then they look for references. Not before that. Mostly not before that. So it's not recommended to add references on your resume. If you really want to add, then that's fine, you can add it. But please make sure you don't mention references. If requested, will be given. Something like that, or references as per request. Please don't add those lines. If you want to give references, then just give the references right away on your resume. If not, just don't mention anything about references on your profile. Okay? Fine. And finally, should I give my resume to somebody who is a professional resume writer? Does that add value? To answer this, yes, it does, because professional resume writers know what the industry requires and what kind of format we have to use, what kind of information we have to add, which are the focus areas, right? So if you are still thinking that you're not getting enough calls, you're not getting enough interviews, then probably you might check out with a resume writer and give your profiles. So for your information, I do write resumes for different people, and there are a lot of professionals who has got resume for me and was able to find a job very quick, right? So if you are interested, please find the link below on the description. You have a link, you can check out the details there. So I feel these are the major questions asked about resume. So I hope this helped you. If you like to pass this information to somebody else, please do share. And if you have any more questions about resumes, please do comment. I will make another video on that. If you haven't subscribed for my channel, please do subscribe so that you can continue watching all the videos that I will be posting about job seeking. Thank you very much.